Alright guys, welcome to SEMA 2025. I'm literally 5'10". This is what I get to. The bottom of the front bumper. What a monster, eh? From horn blasters. So let's have a look at all the trucks here. There's some pretty cool ones, I can tell you. Let's go. Look at this thing, guys. What you see right now, it's my line of sight, my height. How do I see this truck? Right? You can see me there in the reflection. So I'm not gonna raise my GoPro. You're gonna see just how tall this thing is. I was actually waiting to see this one in person. The 20 turbo horn blasters Dodge Ram. That's funny, man. Wow. And obviously being built by horn blasters, we can't miss the horns here. 20 to be precise. With a massive one in front here. And it's all plumbed in. This actually works. Just have no idea how loud is the center one. I also like how rowdy it actually is. This is all like steel and it's rusted out. So rowdy, eh? That's funny. Bloody train horns scares the hell out of me every time. What about that power wagon? I have a real soft spot for power wagons. They are so cool. Suicide doors. Wow. That's mean as. Wow. This guy's got a couple of jet skis in the back. Let's have a closer look. They are actually snowmobiles. Very cool. Wow. What about this early century Ford on the snow tracks?
Northeast of it. Yeah. It's about an hour and a half. Yeah. Okay. I'm towards the bottom. Oh, okay. Okay.
Look at that. Oh, that's a bit different, eh? It's electric.
Really? We're trying to turn it. He's trying to turn it.
Pretty cool Chevy. Very nice. Lifted. Oh, almost like a panel wagon. That's cool. US mags. Speak about power wagons, we got two more here. I count 4 so far here at SEMA 2025. Both beautiful paint job, This is like a midnight blue sort of thing, almost purple. Stunning vehicles. This is like an acid green. You gotta love that split front windscreen, eh? Proper 1930s, 40s era. What a big truck. That's massive. Brand new deck. Looks like ash. Yeah. This is actually mahogany. Wow. Beautiful wood grains. Clean. Almost. Very nice. More lifted trucks this side. And then these two steel polished lifted Fords. Shiny. Wow. Hello there. Some mirror finish. Look at this. Unreal. This one too, Super Duty F250. Shiny, eh? And one more here, but that's slammed actually, not lifted. So you can appreciate the difference between these two. Slam Silverado with a sort of a graffiti paint job, tribal. That's pretty cool. No door handles. All right, interesting. Those must be 24 inches wheels, maybe 26. That's crazy, eh? Wow. America of all places, nothing compares to SEMA Show. Look at this buggy. Ha! Holographic She-Hulk comic book wrap. Wow. These guys have a good sense of humor.
I think I did it.
Look at the knuckles there. These are LED strips. So this one will be cool to see it at the SEMA parade in a few days. Continuing on the trucks showcase, how can I not mention this Ford F550 sitting on 365 20s, massive all-terrain tires. And that 6 doors, huge convoy truck. Look at this thing with the rear bed. We've got a replica, a real-life replica of Mater, the tow truck, the funny tow truck from Cars, the animation movie. It's quite cool, eh? It's actually a pretty cool recreation. Missing bulb. Very cool. Super nice. Slammed Chevy on airbags. Very cool. Brand new upholstery, everything. And a very clean grille. Look at that. Very nice. Then a Chevy here, 1930s, big truck. 1950 actually. That's so cool, eh? Wow. Transporter truck. Then a Chevy OBS. Very cool grill. Almost looks like a Dodge. Funny. New seats, new interiors. I mean, it's SEMA, guys. Of course, it's brand new. Very cool build. GMC. Then a 6970 C10. Billet wheels. Look at this paint job, mint. Slim side mirrors. 68 actually, not 69. 408 LS3. Proper Restomod done right. Square body. Hey, look at this hot rod. Wow. Don't worry, I'll show you in another video. This is only the trucks for today, guys. Jeep, buggy, beige truck. This is so cool actually. Wow. All polished, giving it that billet look. It's a pretty cool setup, eh? You can scan these one to go have a look at the car. Brand new interiors, all 3 gear levers. It's an amazing truck, really nice, especially the roll bar in cherry red. Gives a really good contrast. Wow. What about these boys right here? Main piece. This one is pretty cool. It's got a mirror in the bonnet, so you can see inside. Because honestly, this is my line of sight, so I can't really see above that. Lucky for you guys, I got a camera, so you can see it. Very cool Cummins, eh? Big turbo as well. Very cool idea putting the mirror there. 1975 International. I thought this was a Bronco, but it's actually an International one. Very cool. Slammed C10 convertible. Now, where else do you see something like this if not at SEMA? Wow. Slammed C10 convertible. This is the car that comes up to mind when I think about California. We've got a recessed main front windshield, seamless integration into the front part of the car. That's an amazing car. Look at this thing. Slammed. Wow. Wouldn't mind rolling on this thing. Can't take my eyes off it. Wow, what a stunner. That is beautifully executed. Another Jeep, sort of beige buggy with organ plates. Man, these things are cool. Slammed patina GMC, 1955, I believe, mid-50s anyway. Rotiform wheels, new interiors. Oh, Nardi steering wheel, something Italian for a change. Step side, brand new deck, Some rust pieces falling off. That's cool. Slammed seat-in. Very cool truck. Wow. Custom tan. Mid 60s, maybe 65, 66. Amazing color, especially staggered with the white cream top. This one is really cool. Almost like a stock looking truck if it wasn't for the airlift suspensions. Brand new dig. And what do we have here, guys? Drift truck. I've seen this one pulling through actually just yesterday. There's no floor on the bed. Not even sure if this is for drifting, but it looks like it. Really cool setup, to be honest. Huge rear spoiler. We've got a glitter bomb here. This Jeep called Honey Badger. Touch me. These guys are funny, man. They like to party. Another one from Florida. Attention to detail is pretty cool with these things, honestly. That's a very good cause, actually. United Against Veteran Suicide. And what about these Killer Creations Chevy truck? Seems like drift trucks are getting more and more used in the drifting scene. With the rock cage going through the main cabin, emerging right there. This is cool, eh? Something very unique. Oh, it's a Cummins, but it's got a twin turbo setup. Or maybe it's a compound setup. Yeah, it's a compound because there is a third turbo right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. So it's definitely a compound system. What a monster. Well, you definitely need torque when drifting. And continue here in the indoor showcase with this Bronco and Power Wagon, a killer duo from Ford and Dodge. Of course, two different cars. The Power Wagon is a monster on wheels. It's suicide doors, full crew cab with a massive rear bed that is probably longer than most normal cars. And we got brand new interiors as usual, as we are at SEMA, you know how it works. We've got a big LCD screen, a Billet Specialties steering wheel. I think these actual seats are powered electric. But yeah, color is pretty cool. We've got polished details here. Actually, this is Billet. Massive winch. This is probably the fifth one that I see here at SEMA in terms of Power Wagons. They're just becoming common, and I love it because this is one of my favorite off-roading sort of multi-purpose vehicles that I love from back the 40s, you know, that era. And the Bronco. How many words we can spend appreciating the Bronco. Not as many of these are actually in New Zealand. I would really love to see more of them. I think I've seen a couple of them. It's a very specific vehicle that in a rainy country like New Zealand has very little purpose and practicality. But yeah, in sunny beaches of California or the West Coast, these would make a lot of sense. And it's such a status, you know. The Bronco, it was part of a huge revolution in terms of mobility, and as a status symbol of an entire generation. These things are incredible, eh? Dually spikes as lug nuts. The level of detail this guy put in his builds are outstanding. Most of them are Super Duty or Ram. I don't see too many Chevys actually. Oh, speaking of which, we got one right here. SEMA 22. Nice. This one's still sitting on leaf springs. Bit of a different concept. Usually on airbags, shocks. But this one is not. I think the most difficult thing about these builds is the choice of color and the other details that they put in. Take for example this F450 with sort of a King Shocks themed color. Those are some pretty big disc brakes. Wow. A huge 6-pot calipers as well. Dually again. And it's really cool to give you guys this sort of tour here after hours. It's Sunday here at SEMA, the week before the show. At least we don't get all the people around, and it creates sort of a mystical feeling, you know, seeing everything firsthand without the usual onlookers. Very, very cool. Look at this Ford truck. That looks like maple. Brand new. Stunning paint job. Sleek. Fully shaved. No door handles, nothing. No side mirrors. Top 12 at Good Guys. I can imagine how. It's actually an international, not a Ford. So, fancy that. That's beautiful intake, look at that. Man, this is stunning. Billet Specialties wheels. I like the chrome details like that. Stands out from the crowd. Wow, very nice. Now that's a cool truck. Look at this. Eye candy, I would call it. Damn, that's crazy, eh? Wow. From Colorado. All the way from Colorado.
Are you still hanging around? Yeah. Oh, but I finished it. Oh, look at you. Yeah.
They all have the LED strips on the hubs. Oh, this one's got a mirror there too. Like the one I just filmed. Very cool engine bay. See me down here? Look how tall is this thing. That's crazy, eh? Something you don't quite see every day, but that you do see every time you come to SEMA. A slam rat rod on airbags, packing an Ellis engine with mad chassis work, sitting pretty on Mickey Thompson's on this Ford F6 from the 1950s. transporter. Now that's different, eh? Wow. What a cool combination. The glossy, polished, nice transporter truck with new interiors, of course, because we're at SEMA. And the ratty looking, unfinished, incomplete rat rod. Even with the racing steering wheel right there. Very cool contrast there on this. My dear friends Australians, tell me if you ever seen a bull bar like this one. That's wow. That's really rugged. Silverado, Cummins powered. We got this finishing here too. Ends up here in the back with the toolboxes. Massive winch at the back. Huge loading capacity. What a beast. Wow. Used to be a camper special. Now it's a workshop special. Oh, but really, this is cool, eh? Wow. This is probably the one that takes the cake here at SEMA, guys. The king of all trucks, because a level of craftsmanship, it's unreal. Lots of billet being used, like including this parts here. Just for reference, this is my hand. I'm not a huge person, so that thing is massive, man. I really like the reverse diff. Looks like a 20-inch something. Must be out of a Caterpillar or like a earth moving machine. Look at that. Even the wheels are billet. That's unreal, man. These are one-piece billet, so you can imagine like how big is this? All the main arms, controls, the levers, and all that. The transfer case. It goes out to the two main drive shafts, one here and one here. This is the main platform that comes down to allow you to access the truck, because it's literally like 7 foot tall up to that level. Almost 2 meter 20. Very sturdy cage, 3.5-inch pipes for what I can tell. This is the rear, but honestly it's a mirror of the front section. You can see myself down there. That's the transfer case. That must be the fuel tank. That's the exhaust. It's hard to put into words because I've been doing CNC machining before. This is quite outstanding work. Really outstanding. Shelby. Billet everywhere. There's billet even in the wheels. Look at that. That's my hand. Look how big is that? Crazy stuff, man. Wow. Very impressive. One that caught my eye was this Ram 250. Pretty cool. Oh, this is the one I filmed yesterday, rolling through. This is actually one of the few that's not a diesel, and you can tell by the sound it makes. Oh yes, cammed V8, why not? they look like proper artworks, eh? Snow White. Man, that's crazy. That's an entire different level of detail from these boys. That's on air suspensions. Left and right, wherever you look, it's lifted trucks. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit the like and leave us a comment. Tell us what's the truck you like the most from this video so far. Wow. This is another Dodge. Athena. Amazing details on this one. Cherry red with cherries laser cut inside the main arms. Oh, this is from Dude's Fab, of course. I should have known. Really cool truck. They really make an impression. Wow, nice. We got these two lower trucks here. Got a 53 Chevy built by a student apparently of the HRIA. LT4 powered 53 Chevy. Beautiful color. And this Nardo Grey Chevy again, LT4 again. Lots of details in the engine bay going on. Very clean, tidy, tucked in, no wiring visible. Really neat. Cool fabrication here in the main front plate with the 3 reservoir. Matte grey accents in contrast with the gloss paint. Matte wheels, Bayer disc brakes. I like the blue bezels here and there. New interiors. Beautiful interiors. New glass, seamless integration of the glass. Oh, they even bothered painting the wood blue ash. Wow. The level of detail on this thing, it's outstanding actually. It's from W&W Speed Customs. Check this out. That's some really cool details, and the color is the right choice, going with Nardo Grey.